Let's see here. I don't want to do something too annoying today because it's Friday. All right, we'll do this. This is from Bloomberg. From Bloomberg. Not like the guy, but the channel. Well, with the guy owns the channel, but from the channel. Why trolls know exactly how to hurt. Now, I feel personally attacked in this video, but we'll check it out.
Well, they are possibly the meanest, most annoying people on.
Okay, already listen to the music.
Internet trolls are people lurking in cyberspace who launch attacks.
The internet is an incredible tool. Like most tools, it can be used as a weapon.
Don't listen to trolls, and for God's sake, don't become one.
I think that what we really need to focus on is what the trends and research are showing of why people are doing this. And that's the...
I'll answer you. Because it's fucking hilarious. That's it. You're doing a lot of... You're wasting probably millions of dollars right now researching trolls.
Trolls have been around since the beginning of time. They used to be called ball breakers.
Yep.
The only way to really start addressing internet trolling. So my name or title is Dr. Evita March. My research is in...
I don't like that we live in a society now where doctors have septum piercings.
Cyber psychology.
Yeah, but she's not a... I mean, come on.
She's a senior lecturer of psychology.
So in
Mind tricks, you mean?
2017, we were initially interested in the dark tetrad and empathy and gender predicting trolling. Now, the dark tetrad is made up of 4 traits. So the first trait is narcissism.
You guys are really overthinking. This is really overthinking trolls, right?
Yeah.
The second trait is sadism. The third trait is...
it's sadism?
Sadism is when you fucking wake up on your day off and you're like, man, I don't really want to do anything. Just not feeling it today, dog. That's sadism.
The third trait is Machiavellianism.
Which is Tupac's...
Which is the Illuminati 7-day theory.
All through your body blows like a 12-gauge shotty.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking...
I've heard the audiobook.
Wouldn't be L.A. without Mexicans.
Oh, God, yes. To live and die in L.A.
I liked that song, actually.
Is the place to
I loved
be.
that song. That's one of my favorite Tupac songs.
Got to be that you know it.
It's not one of the best Tupac songs, but at the tail end, that was one of the better ones.
Third trait is Machiavellianism, and the fourth trait is trait psychopathy. And I should note that...
Why can't this woman pronounce words correctly?
Psychopathy.
Psychopathy.
These are considered non-clinical in that everyone has some level of these traits. We confirmed previous research that had found individuals with higher level of sadism and psychopathy
Sadism. They're sad.
were more likely to perpetrate trolling. We also found that, also confirming previous research, men were more likely than women to perpetrate trolling.
Well, I'll explain why. Because men tend to be funny.
When it came to empathy, we found some really interesting results. Individuals more likely to troll actually had higher levels of cognitive empathy. So cognitive empathy is a more analytical form.
The capacity to understand another perspective or mental state. It's empathy by thought rather than by feeling.
Form of empathy, so it's the ability to predict and explain and understand another person's emotions and experience.
Who sits at their desk with 2 tabs of Facebook open? One on each screen.
That's a psychopath.
Yeah, you're the fucking crazy
You're the one who has psychopathy.
Yeah,
not me. You fucking...
And sadism.
Yeah, you psychopath.
It's not that they don't understand.
You're right, though. That is just insanity.
You're a crazy person.
What they're saying. They actually really understand what they're saying, and they're really good at predicting what they're going to say that will hurt you.
Because they're funny. Yeah. And the reason that people pick on people like you or other people is because you take it too seriously.
Oh, man.
And it's hilarious. What happened? What happened?
I tried to follow somebody on Instagram because it was a private account.
Right.
So I followed it thinking, yeah, we're going to know who I am. And I got blocked.
Oh, no. Who are you following?
Death Squad.
Death Squad.
We have a very unique leader, whether you love him or hate him. Our president goes on Twitter and trolls people.
I think he's what they call trolling.
Oh, they're connecting. Okay. They're connecting internet trolls to Drumpfity Drumpf.
Of course.
Hey,
that's
you
where he
fucking
invented
ass.
internet trolls.
No, you know when internet trolls were invented? When the internet was invented. It came hand in hand. That wasn't something that Drumpfity Drumpf man didn't create it, you stupid idiots.
His goal was to troll the press.
Trump is the world's biggest troll. Everybody falls for it every day.
Trolling has really become prevalent, I guess, in the media over the past 5 years, but it does have a
Trolls. Russian
Trolls.
bot trolls.
Yeah, of course.
Troll
longer
farms.
history of being researched. Some of the initial definitions took the term from the fishing term trawling, basically putting a baited line out there and just seeing what you could drag in. So it was a more light-hearted behavior. They were the trickster, I guess, of the internet.
No, they weren't more of a lighthearted behavior. You motherfuckers got more sensitive. It's always been the same thing. Trolling, the reason it felt more lighthearted was because people didn't take it. You know what I mean? People are like, who cares? I don't care. You know? You fucking losers got sensitive about everything. And number one, that's the thing with trolling. The more you show it's bothering you, the more people will troll you. That's the way it works.
And that's the way it worked before the fucking internet.
Yeah,
That's
it had
the way
nothing to do with it.
Worked.
Yeah, of
it always
course.
worked with, you'd be like, you're fat, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're gay. Dude, I'm not fucking gay. And
Then you know what to hone in on.
We found the thing.
So you hone in on the gay stuff.
thing. He freaks out about the gay. And then you just kind of get, hey, bro, ask Derek if he's gay. He fucking loses shit. And that's just what happens.
Now, it started then to take on a more insidious form, and we started to see it more aligned with antisocial
You know what
behavior.
else has taken on an insidious form? Psychology. If we're being fair, lady. Psychology and fucking lefties like you with fucking septum piercings teaming up with people in Silicon Valley and the tech fucking business and trying to mold human beings into what you want them to be. That is, by its very definition, psychopathy. Sorry.
You know, it's funny because remember when Tom Cruise got in trouble because because of Scientology or whatever, he's against psychology, he's against all that stuff, he's against all that shit. The moment Tom Cruise was a Scientologist for a long time, and they let him do his dumb shit, they didn't care. The moment he went after psychology, they fought. I'm talking mainstream, which left him alone. Just swarmed in on him.
Crucified him
when he was saying that. I wouldn't I wouldn't give pills to a mom who has postpartum depression. I think it's whatever. I think it's kind of hyped up. Some women get whatever, some shit like that. And he got ripped apart for it. It's weird. You know what? It goes back to what you said earlier. We found the thing. Yeah. Now we found the thing. They don't want. They're really unprovable, and that's the thing with psychology, right? It's really not provable. You can have assumption, whatever, but it's not something you can prove.
Everybody wants to fuck their mom and kill their dad,
right?
According to them, everybody you know what I mean? Everything's this weird where you're like, okay, or maybe I'm just stressed out at work. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you had a dream where you didn't have your pants on at work. Yeah, it's because you want to have sex with your mother. It's always this perverted kind of Jewish science. Oh, you want to have sex with your mom and murder your dad. It's typical of everyone. It's not typical of me, motherfucker. I just was getting yelled at by my boss, and I think I had a dream where I forgot my fucking pants.
Yeah, you know what? Freud was an incestuous degenerate. Like that's what he was. It's and look, I'm not. Let me be clear. I know some people go to therapists and it helps them, and if it helps you, man, good for you. I'm not shitting on people that they go to a therapist. Some people do,
but you could go to a priest. You could go to a friend. You know what fucking working class Irish people do? We go to a bar. What you get from therapy is letting something out and talking to it. Literally, it's just the art of speaking to another human with your voice, with your mouth words in person, and being like, I don't know, I just feel like, I got drunk and I slept with this person, and I don't want to sleep with random people or whatever, and I feel like shit about myself. And then that person goes like, Well, you need to work on that. Maybe don't go out and drink a lot. You know, you could do that with anyone. And then you leave and you go, God, man, I feel so much better.
Right.
And I've talked to somebody about this. All of psychology must be valid. And you're like, well, let's
relax.
Calm down. You just, you sat in a nice office and you talked to somebody about something that literally will help anybody. There's a reason why fucking murderers confess to cops. It's not because they want to go to prison for the rest of their lives, but they're like, I don't know who else to go to. I'm just going to tell them I did it.
And I've always been weary about going to a therapist or a psychologist because their entire income stream depends on you never getting better, right? Because the moment you go, I feel good, I don't need this anymore, they'll tell you, oh, you might relapse, you should still come here, you're still fucked. You don't think you're fucked up, but you're still fucked up. And it's one of those things where you never get better. Do you want to be like Woody Allen, who fucking goes to a therapist every day now for the rest of your life? Like, it's not something that
Who writes 19 movies about going to therapists in the Upper West Side. It's
right.
Like every movie.
Get more.
Well, also, somebody in the chat actually did say, too, you'll actually get better advice from a rando. Oh, Rick Garrett in the chat said, you'll get better advice from a rando at a bar than you will at a shrink.
Yeah.
You go to a shrink and they'll be like, you need to quit your job and find yourself and go do ceramic artwork in Berkeley. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be happy. Whereas if you go to a bar and you have like an Irish bartender and you're just there drinking going, I swear to God today, man, I almost did it. I almost punched him right in his fucking face.
Yep.
It's that guy at the bar going, yeah, I know, Earl, but think about your pension, right? Like, come on, you got it. What do you got, 12 more years on the job? And you just go in, 12 years, put your fucking head down, punch anybody in the face. You know better. That's like literally, like, it's just like a different blue-collar approach. Just say 12 years, you get your pension, and then you can punch anybody you want in the face.
It's like the
Yeah,
scene.
you're right,
It's
you're
the
right.
scene from Wayne's World when the dude walks in. He's like, they gave me a pink slip. You know what makes me want to do? I want to stab him.
File a grievance.
I just don't want to file a grievance. But you're right. It's just talking to people. Family. If you have family, like talking to a family member, talking to a parent, talking to a sibling, stuff like that really helps too. And I'm always weary of any profession that requires you not to get better for them to make money.
Aligned with antisocial behaviors. That motivation and desire to cause social mayhem and be motivated by atypical social rewards was extremely
Define as socially negative forms of rewards commonly associated with self-serving behaviors.
strong predictor for internet trolling, which suggested to us that personality might only tell a part of the story. Actually, if somebody is really motivated by creating that social.
Oh my God! Look at the avatar they're using. Bloomberg is so out of touch, man.
That's like 3 years old now.
Yeah.
Mayhem, that might be one of the best predictors for if they're going to engage in internet trolling. The problem with rewards is that they're addictive.
All right, but you know what you need to do? You need to fix your cuticles.
So the more I like feeling something, the more I might engage in that behavior to feel it again. And what we also know from addictions is that you have to continue increasing the level of behavior to feel the same reward as you did before.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that internet trolls are addicted to trolling and they need it to have some sort of, I don't know, chemical thing? No. Guys, I'm telling you, people, it's one of those things where people are going, what happened? And you're telling them, oh, this is what happened. This guy did this. And they're like, what could it be? And you're like, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. It's because it's funny to watch people overreact.
That's all it is.
That's
it's
it.
Just funny. It's just comedy.
It's nothing deeper.
It's just ball breaking.
Because if that's the case, you know who was a troll? Don Rickles. That's perfect. Before the internet, Don Rickles would rip everybody apart, right? Don Rickles said some shit that if I were to type it on Twitter now, I'd get banned immediately. So to pretend like this is some new phenomenon is a lie.
So the other thing to really start considering and addressing is that trolling could be an addictive behavior. And so another way of starting.
You know what else could be an addictive behavior if we're going to use your little litmus test? Being a victim is an addictive behavior. Because if we could use the same logic, right? If you're a victim, every time somebody goes, Oh, poor you. Then you need to be a bigger victim and a bigger victim and a bigger victim. And before you know it, every little thing hurts your feelings because you're never going to get that rush again of somebody, that initial rush of people caring about you. Because what happens is when you're a perpetual victim, like you are, or the people you're talking to, people stop caring. The boy that cried wolf is an old story, but God damn it, is it still really accurate. Like, if you keep saying that, you're building a victim culture and you are addicted to being victims. If you really wanted to stop trolls from bothering you, stop reacting to the trolls. Like, don't take everything so personal. Laugh at them.
To manage and prevent the behavior is treating trolling like an addiction and treat it the same way we treat other addictive behaviors. It's only through building that kind of profile of who
Good point. Why do psychologists need lab coats? They don't. The answer is that they don't.
They need
the internet troll
No.
is what is going to lead us into actually
nose ring. It's like not enough to have
it's
one.
double. She calls it the double trouble.
Why do women think this looks good?
I couldn't
It
tell
doesn't. No guy. I've never seen a guy go, "That looks so good."
That's so hot. Yeah. No.
then say, well, if we know that the internet troll is X, then we know that X is usually treated with Y. And that's really the only way that we'll be able to understand, manage, prevent.
No. But you're assuming, and honey, we still sort of live in a free society. You're assuming that trolls want to be helped, or that trolls want not to be trolls anymore. Nobody wants that. Unless you're going to be baked Alaska and be like, I used to be a troll and I was on the, and they're only doing that for, we don't, trust me when I tell you, and because we have a lot of them in our fan base, none of them want nor need your help. They're happy. And this is the thing you guys don't understand, the catch-22, you making an entire Bloomberg segment out of it is only going to make trolls go, dude, they made a fucking video out of this. Can you believe
it's
that?
pathetic. And at the end of the day, all you're doing is listening to perpetual victims who are going to whine about everything. But their happiness is not my responsibility. It's not his. It's not any of our responsibility for you to be happy and satisfied in life. If you get trolled, like I get trolled all the time.
So do I.
Whatever.
Happens every day. What are you going to do, right?
Shit, I've fallen for it sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whatever.
All right.